Hello guys, it's James and welcome to our round 5 bets. And before you skip, I just really want to just get this forward before you guys go to the actual bet section. I'm not sure how many people listen to this recap bit, but I just can't emphasize enough. Please just, if you guys could, if you've subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, but this is not like a notoriety thing. This is just, I want you guys to just click the all thing because the point is I don't get these videos up in time for Thursday night, and a lot of the time Friday night, this Friday night as an example, I got home late on Thursday and I'm not going to have time to do the Friday. So just remember, in the post section of my YouTube channel, the posts right here, post, not videos. All my other bets are in the video section. So if you click here, you're not going to see it. If you go to the post section, you will see all my bet form, the form guides, all my bets for the games I don't cover in the videos. So this one, for instance, was the Geelong Adelaide game. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I might actually just force SDR. It doesn't really help. Anyway, if you guys swap over here, it's kind of hard to see, but I've gone Worrell, Dempsey, Henry, Keys, Guthrie, all bang, 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 all hits. We got up for the Thursday night game, even though it's not covered in the video. Those bets I post here in the post section will go towards the profit and loss statement because I talk about who I like. If you click read more, you'll see I mention all the players that I'm considering. I mention the players who missed the week before, who I also back, considering Ollie Henry missed, and I include him in my bet. I include the odds. Like, I include the whole form guide, and if you can't see the whole form guide, the 15 posi bracket, the 25, the goals, you have to view it on your phone. If you view it on your phone, you click it, it expands, you see the whole thing. For some reason, outside of my control, if you click on it here in the web browser, you can't see the whole thing. So just, again, a little housekeeping thing at the top. I'm going to go into my bets, but it just jogged my memory when I was speaking through it. So again, just if you click the all thing for my YouTube channel, you can't see it because this is my YouTube channel, but if you go subscribe and click the bell, if you haven't subscribed, just subscribe. Again, it's not like, I only want to bother you guys about the posts. Like, you'll see the videos when they pop up on your feed, but it's just the posts that I just want you guys to see more of, because I'm going through all this and like the videos get a couple of hundred views, which I'm super happy for. The last one got 1,000. I'm super chuffed. First of all, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for liking. Like, I love engaging with you guys. So I really appreciate just the chatting, who you like. Someone commented just before about, oh, Riley Thilthorpe for 2 or something. They're paying this much. I really genuinely enjoy that sort of feedback. Well, not feedback, just even the discussion. So I really appreciate it. Otherwise, the whole point is, if you go through, I've not only done it for this Thursday, it's for all the other games I've missed. The Sunday that I updated who I wanted for the Gold Coast West Coast game. I updated the St Kilda game. Well, actually, I didn't update that one, that just missed. But I updated the Dogs Freo game, and that one hit. This one was different to my one I included on the video. I said who I've swapped out. I said who I've included. So again, like, I just want you guys to see this, because I feel like a lot of the work, I probably cover like 7 out of 9 games. I know there's been buys and shit, but let's just say there's been 7 out of 9 games I cover in the video. The other 2 out of 9, like 3, however many I can't cover in the video, they will be in the post section, and I just can't stress that enough. So the only reason I'm bothering you guys about the all is because you will see that when I post. So anyway, without bothering you guys anymore, I just wanted to let you guys know that. But without further ado, let's go on to the actual recap of the video. All right, peace. Hello guys, it's James and welcome to our round 5 betting tips. And guys, just feel for me just for a second. Brett Daniels, tax sub. Oh, the one over there, tax sub. Like, what, how, oh my God, how does Brett Daniels get tax sub? Oh my God, I had my safe bet to the far left there. I had bonus cash. I had another bet. Oh my God. All in all, it would have been like $1,500 if Brett Daniels didn't get tax subbed. How fucking... Oh. Anyway, I just wanted to start with that one. Oh, anyway, that was our round 6 bet. I wanted to let that out straight away because that one was fucking bothering me. But otherwise, for the rest of the round, we did pretty good. We were up 155 bucks. So all in all, we're a profit of 535 early, which is great. So I would like to say as well that last year we were up about 800 bucks in total, which is kind of a low figure for me. The year before that was 2,000 bucks. So if we can... So far we're on track, which is great to say. And after the Geelong Adelaide game tonight for round 5, it's looking good so far. So anyway, we're not here to go through the round 5 games yet. We're here to go through the round 4 recaps. And so just remember, Jono is not here. He might attend in future videos, but he's away on holiday, enjoying his life. So it's fair enough. He's not watching footy while he's away in Scotland. So... I'm just going to go through these bets that we did last week. Josh Dacos has been looking great in the half-back line for Collingwood, just getting so much of the footy. The problem is with this one, Jordan De Goey, I knew he was playing like 75% forward in his first game against the Dogs. I'm like, yep, that's going to move more towards the midfield as he's getting, healthier. That's Jordan De Goey's role. Yes, he plays a little bit forward, but he's predominantly going to be in the midfield. He played that one like 80% forward and then got subbed. So that one was down the shitter. So look, as long as Jordan De Goey had a stinker, I'm glad the other ones didn't get up. Jamie Elliott missed, albeit in sort of the tight game, shit conditions. Look, Jamie Elliott to miss one, like, I would much rather 3 legs fail than 1 leg fail by a posse, like the one I just went through. But anyway, Adam Chera just missed. I like Adam Chera for 25, so someone I'd reconsider. Elliott, I'd reconsider. Look, all those 3 that missed there. I would even go Jordan De Goey again, even though he had a very quiet game and got subbed out for precaution. I don't think he was injured. I'm pretty sure he's... Oh, wait, no. Is he out? Yeah, team lineups for... the next game, the Sydney game. Yeah, Jordan De Goey's out. Shit. Anyway, so we'll maybe reinvest in Jordan De Goey when he is fit and ready to play out a full game. But yeah, for the meantime, he's not playing against Sydney, which is the Friday night game. Tomorrow night, actually. This video probably won't be out tomorrow. And by the time I go through all my bets, I won't be ready. So I'm just going to go through the recap. Tonight's Thursday night, so I'm going to go through all the rest of the bets. I'm going to do a post on YouTube, and then we'll get through the weekend bets as they follow. But anyway, the next game on last round was the Geelong-Melbourne game. This one was fine. Lawson Humphries, like, I was kind of kicking myself because I was keen to back him for 20 posies. He's looked great for 20 posies all year. The only game he missed was where he didn't take enough kickouts from fullback. Well, he did take enough, but he just didn't play on. He actually had 6 kick-ins and 3 of them were play-on. So if he did those 3, that would have easily been 20. But for the Adelaide game just gone, he actually finished on 19. So again, very, very close. I'm very bullish on Lawson Humphries in general for 20 this year, especially if we get him for like $1.60, $1.50. I think he's great value for that price. So Ollie Dempsey, I mentioned in the YouTube post section. I don't expect him to have games like that every week. 26 posies is crazy for him as a winger. But that was against Melbourne. Geelong popped off in Geelong. The games he missed, one was against St Kilda at Marvel. Geelong had a historical low posie counter against St Kilda. They had the all-time lowest posies in the first half under Chris Scott against St Kilda. I can let that slide. And then the other one was where he missed against Brisbane in the Gabba, in the wet. Wingers don't typically score that well in sloppy conditions. So he hit back against Melbourne. And he hit back against Adelaide. He actually kicked a goal too. Far out. Ollie Dempsey, I know it's only like 5 rounds in, it's like a month in, but Ollie Dempsey's so far been my absolute favorite bet for 2025. I know he's like, he's 3 of 5, but I know what he can do. So I'm very happy with Ollie Dempsey. Clayton Oliver was fine. It was a bit weird how he started the game for like, I think was it all quarters or just the first half? He started on the bench, so a bit weird how you're like, what's he on? He's on a lot of money, over $1 million. He's starting on the bench. to start each quarter, your leading posi getter. Very weird. The only reason I can see them doing that is to kind of throw a spanner in the works, because Tom Atkins tagged Lockie Neal 2 weeks before. O'Connor usually does the tag, so I was like, okay, maybe they're putting Clayton Oliver on the bench to kind of throw Geelong off, but it doesn't matter. Geelong played great. Melbourne look in all sorts, but doesn't matter what Clayton Oliver's doing as long as he can get a lot of touches. I'm happy to still bet on him at this rate. And Paddy Dangerfield, I'm pretty sure he hit tonight. I got home late because I had a work thing on. But yeah, 16 positive. What the fuck? 4 goals. That's insane against Adelaide. Anyway, he looked great against Melbourne. They're giving us Paddy Dangerfield for $1.36. I'm not sure what he was tonight. I think he was $1.26. I included him in my multi. But if they're going to give Paddy Dangerfield for over $1.20 for 15 posies, like, sign me up. I'm doing that all week for Paddy Dangerfield. The next game, Gold Coast versus Adelaide. Oh, I said him again. Just, this is a great little reminder. Give me 1 sec. I might actually put this at the start of the video. Hold on. I did a post on the YouTube section. And any changes I do, I will do on the YouTube videos, or I'll do on the post. I will let you guys know. I swapped out Luke Nankervis because he was the sub, so this one actually got voided, and I put in Isaac Rankin, the one who didn't get the mark or the free kick in the last couple of seconds. But anyway, different topic. The thing is, Matt Rao still let us down no matter at the end of the day. So he had a great start to the year. He was averaging like, I think 33 posies in his first 2 games. I think it was like 30 and 36. Or was that Noah Anderson? Either way, Matty Rao was 2nd and then 3rd in Brownlow voting. So Matty Rao, all eyes were on him, was looking great. I was really expecting him to do a big performance against Adelaide. Just let us down. Mitch Hinge, I said in the video, he was a layup. He was an easy 15 posies, and I'm pretty sure we got him for like $1.20. Mitch Hinge is never going to be that again for 15 posies. That was just wild, so we had to take him while we could. Dan Rioli for 20. It looked very quiet in the first half, and then bounced back. Looked very poised in the Gold Coast backline. Rankin has been great for 20, and yeah, just unlucky about Matt Rao. So that was that one. The 4th game was Richmond versus Brisbane. Oh, Zach Bailey. He was on, oh my God, I'm pretty sure he was on 8 or 9 at halftime. He was looking great, pretty much locked in. This bet was, if only you could do bets till halftime, this one was pretty much done. And then he just went missing in the second half. And it was when Richmond actually turned it around. So I think Brisbane got up by 50, 60 odd at halftime, and then Richmond came back. And then when Brisbane really took the foot off, so did Zach Bailey, or well, it just kind of coincided with the rest of the team. So yeah, very unlucky. I really like Hopper, short, like Thompson Dow. It's really annoying because Thompson Dow has been like, I think he started the year at like $1.50. I think he may be he's under $1.30, I reckon. But those type of players that you get for a great price, when your leg doesn't hit, because I'm pretty sure Zach Bailey would have been the shortest odds at maybe $1.25. Short would have been very similar. Hopper was more, but when your shortest leg lets you down, oh man, that really sucks. Anyway, Zach Bailey was fine until the second half. So I've never been that bullish on Zach Bailey for posies, but when it was against Richmond, I really thought it was going to be an avalanche in the forward 50 for the Lions, but they really packed things up in the last half. So yeah, a bit unfortunate about Zach Bailey there, but not completely ruling him out. But I thought of all games, this would be the one where he gets 15. The next one was the North Sydney game. Again, I was pretty confident with this one. Colby McKercher dropped a full bracket, and I said jump on. He was usually the exact same price for $1.20 that he was for 15. Again, off the top of my head, was maybe like $1.22 or $1.26. And in the end, he got 20. But if he was there, he was there available for 15 posies, I'm jumping on him no matter what. Cherry, one of the arguably the best ruckman in the comp right now, getting a lot of the footy. I don't care if it's against Grundy or Gawn or whatever the heck. Yeah, Cherry has been fantastic. LDU was one of my favorites last year for 25, arguably with Andy Brayshaw. He hit 25, but again, like Colby McKercher, he dropped the bracket. So Luke Davis-Uniacke was paying the same price that he did for 25, except he was in the 20 plus posi bracket. Like, you got to take those. If you see those players that you genuinely hit for that bracket, maybe they've had a quiet start, maybe there's a role change, maybe they've dropped off a little. If they're in the next bracket for the same price, like I can't say no to that. Like, that's giving them such leniency to get like 5 posi bracket they've dropped. I could think LDU would get 25 regardless. So if I see him for that price in 20, like, I'm taking that. Rowbottom's been great. He had that one miss against, I think it was Brisbane round 0 where he got 11. Otherwise he's been fine. And Harry Sheasel got so much of the footy early. Like, he was on track for 100 posies or something in the first 10 minutes. But to finish with a lousy 34, I guess we'll take that. But yeah, otherwise that game was fine. Bet 6 was the GWS West Coast game, which, oh, fuck. Don't remind me. This was that game. Oh my God. This was that game. So look, I don't usually do many of these bigger bets, but I don't know. So I was very confident. Like, I was very confident in this one. And to have Brett Daniels miss, not by an injury, by an early tax sub, that fucking sucks so much. That sucks so much. I could have been up $1,500. I could have actually been up 3K, but I'll get to my bet 8 in a second. But man, this one was rough. Marek had me a little worried. I thought he'd get more posies. 22. He had a period where he didn't get any posies for like almost 20 minutes. Josh Kelly was one of the best on ground. Finn Callahan was the main worry. To be honest, I stopped watching this game when Brett Daniels got subbed off. I was so pissed. And I think Finn Callahan was on 18 going into the 4th. So I was like, look, he might get it. Whatever the case, I don't care. Brett Daniels is subbed off. All my bets are void. Not void, gone. How fucking shit is that? Like, it has to be an injury sub for you to even get your money refunded if all legs hit. If they're just subbed off because they're being looked after, money's gone. It's super unlucky. So anyway, that was game 6. Man, that was a rough one. Let's get rid of all those. Before I go into game 8, let's just finish off with game 7. So I still really like Rowan Marshall for 20. I'm going to probably back him again. I know he's against Jordan Sweet. St Kilda looked great, but anyway, so yeah, I reckon Marshall can hit again. 14 is very below his standards. I know he averages just under 20, but I thought he could easily get 20 in this one. Now he's playing main ruck. When he was resting forward a lot, I'm not going for 20, but when he's the main number 1 ruckman, 20 is usually an easy thing for him. But he didn't even hit 15, which is, below his standards. But Mason Wood didn't hit either, so I'd rather miss by 2 legs than 1. Wanganeen Miller, again, just from memory, I'm pretty sure he was on like 19 or something at halftime. He was absolutely popping the fuck off and then just went super quiet in the second half. Hornet this is the best he's looked all year. I don't know if we're going to get a Hornet for $1.50. No, we got him for $1.40, $1.46. We got him for a goal, kicked 3 goals, 20 plus posies, looked amazing. I know Port lost, but yeah, Hornet looked on this game. So again, I don't know if I'd bet on Hornet if he's $1.20 for a goal. $1.40 I was taking every day of the week. I took him that game. I took him the game before. It just depends, value for money. But yeah, we'll see. We'll get to Port Adelaide's game. But the last one of the round was the Freo Dogs. So look, I'll take that. My safe bet hit. This was great. And again, reminder, I'm going to put this here. Big old reminder. Oh shit, that's my old window. I want these ones. Remember to click the posts. Remember to click the notification bell. Like, I only post 1 video a week. This notification bell is not going to disrupt you too much. It's more about the posts. If you have it on all, you will see all the posts I do. So the posts, right? My bet in the video, I had Shai Bolton instead of Ed Richards. As game day came and I was updating my form guide, I was like, I don't know, I'm just not feeling Shai Bolton. I really want to swap him out for Ed Richards. So in my bet, I said here, I've swapped out Bailey Dale and Shai Bolton. Ed Richards and Tom Liberatore are in. Bang. Both of them hit. Ed Richards had an amazing game. So did Libba. I know the doggies lost, but yeah, $4.26. That was my multi there. And as you can see, bang, that's the multi I posted, I updated. I did it Sunday morning. plenty of time to see. So I really hope you guys, like, again, like I hope you guys see the post, because like I don't want to go to all the trouble, I guess, if I'm like, you know, only 7 people see it, whereas like hundreds see the video. It's like I'm kind of putting in the same effort. I'm just not recording. I'm going through all the stats and I'm typing it all out. I just really hope people see those posts. Anyway, regardless, that bet got up. It looked great. Libba has been absolutely fantastic without the Bont, without Treloar. God, he's looking so good. I was worried about him last year, about the concussion risk and how he was 1 tackle away from ending his career. He's been on fire. Ed Richards as well has been fantastic. We'll reconsider when Bont comes in a couple of weeks, and Treloar like a month after that. But for the meantime, keep riding him. Jordan Clark, he missed against West Coast, which is fair enough. The ball is not down in Freo's backline enough. As soon as he's up against decent team, Jordan Clark gets a lot of the footy, which I love to see. I love Jordan Clark for 20, especially if he is over $1.20. Riley Sanders, look, they keep giving us Riley Sanders for like $1.36, $1.30 plus. I swear Riley Sanders is not going to be $1.30 going to next game, but we'll see. But yeah, they keep giving us Riley Sanders for pretty good odds, and I'm going to take them every day of the week. Like, his bad games, he'll get 15. Last year, he was sub, like, was it last year or the year before? I can't remember, but he was paying a really good price because of all the sub-affected games. If he's not sub, he's only missed, like, I think it's, again, from memory, I think he's only missed 2 games in total that weren't sub-affected. The other ones have been subs, so it's like kind of stuffed up his disposal average. You take that out of consideration, he's playing so well. So again, we'll keep taking that. And Lockie Bramall just hit, but again, I don't care if he butchers the ball, does whatever, he's still getting a lot of the footy. Can't miss him usually with those black boots with the all white or blue doggies uniform. So yeah, I really like Lockie Bramall. And if you guys want to see my extra bets, holy fuck, Nathan O'Driscoll gets injured, gets subbed off. Actually, you know how I was complaining how you don't get your money back if someone gets subbed, but if they're injured and subbed, you get your money back? Nathan O'Driscoll was injured, but not subbed. So I don't get my money back for that. I don't get my money back for that. What like a... anyway, super annoying. So in total, we could have been up like 3K for the weekend. I'll happily take 155. I mean, you'd obviously rather be up than down, but man, sometimes like the weekends like this are super rough. I had a pretty good game against, or a pretty good bet against Geelong and Adelaide. My main bet got up and the extra one, but I'm starting to think maybe if anyone's even listening at this point, let me know if you guys want to see some of these extra bets, because sometimes personally I do like $7, $10, in this case $15 multis, and they get up, but I'm bringing them up because both of them just missed by 1 on the Sunday. Like I've had bets missed by 1 plenty of times, but I was like, the tax sub, that's such a kick in the dick. And then as soon as I go to the next game, O'Driscoll is injured. I'm like, can I just please bet on players that play a full game? But anyway, this one hit, so that one was great. So without further ado, I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to set up the post for the Friday night game, which is Collingwood versus Sydney, and you will hear more from me Friday night, and I will have this video up by Saturday. But yeah, let me know if you guys just, again, I'm not sure how many of you listen to the whole thing or just go straight to the bets, but if you've made it this point, like a comment would just go a huge way for me, just to let me know that you've made it here and that you see the posts, or either way, thank you for the thumbs up. Thanks for letting me know. I really appreciate it. It's great to know that some of the insights, like I live and breathe footy. I watch pretty much every game. If I miss it, I'll try and watch the replay. I'm super into Supercoach and fantasy footy, so hence why all my bets are on the players and not the game result itself. But anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much, and I will continue on with the Geelong and Sydney game. Until then, all right, peace. Alrighty, we're back for the rest of the bets for the week. Just a great reminder again, I'll timestamp it. The bets here that I do for the Thursday and sometimes Friday, because I work every second Friday, so I don't always have a chance to do the Friday game I don't have a chance to do the video in time before the Friday game, but the bet here I posted on the YouTube thing, same as this one. Unlucky Josh Dacos had like the quietest game he's had in like 2 years, and then everything else hits. So anyway, we've got a bonus bet that we're going on to the Saturday game, so we can skip through all this. I'll review it in the next video. That is all the Collingwood game, North Melbourne and Gold Coast. So let's get straight into it. We want to get the bonus bet on a good start, and I'm just going to go straight through my picks. I have gone safe. I'm going to flip the bonus bet from last night's game, and as you can tell, I've picked Cherry for 15, who is 10 out of 10, averaging 20.5, 18.3 in his last 3, but he's hit every game, like 10 out of 10. He's looked awesome, one of the best ruckmen going around at the moment. Then actually, would you have a look at this 20 posi bracket? This is the fattest 20 posi bracket I've seen in fucking ages. Like, I don't think I've ever highlighted that many people back to back in a bracket before, ever. Just care of Zach Fisher. I've highlighted him yellow because I just don't know what role he was going to play. Last time he sort of took McKercher's role, did a bit of kick-outs, but now Caleb Daniels there. I would just rather avoid. I need to see what Zach Fisher's doing, and subsequently I've also highlighted Caleb Daniel. I don't know what the deal is there. I know Caleb Daniels had a couple of like mistakes, turnovers from kick-outs, so I hope it's not going to impact him too much, but yeah. Anyway, the rest of my bets. So just to recap, we'll go through Cherry, 10 out of 10. We have Jai Simpkin, 10 out of 10. Dan Rioli, 10 out of 10. Harry Sheasel, 10 out of 10. And the other one I've included is LDU, who is 9 out of 10, but his one miss was 19 posies. LDU, all last year, has always been in the 25 plus posi bracket. You never get him for 20, let alone like in the 20 posi bracket for $1.20. So I just think that is fantastic. Yeah, he had a little bit of a quiet game. That was that Sydney. No, he played well against Sydney. It was the game before that. Anyway, I really like LDU just from previous betting experience, and everyone else I'm just going safe. Like, I could have easily just chucked in a couple extras because there's so many to choose from. Like in this 20 posi bracket, I really like John Noble. His one miss for Gold Coast this year has been 19. He is hungry. He wants the footy. He'll call for it. He'll run. He'll make space. I really, really love that with the halfback. Luke Parker has hit every game in the North Melbourne colours. So he is averaging 23.3. He's looking great. Someone else I would include, especially for $1.68. Yeah, very tempting. Tom Powell has hit in every game this year for North Melbourne, averaging 25 posies for the first bit of the year. So looking fantastic. Took Miller, one of the best two-way runners. Like, there is a lot to pick from in this 20 posi bracket. Sam Flanders, like $1.09. I never ever go really under $1.10 unless like just need that little cheeky bit of value. And any other time I would include him. But yeah, I just want to go 5 legs safe. Hopefully flip the bonus bet tomorrow. Anyone else from? Oh yes, I've highlighted Luke Parker in the 15 posi bracket just because when you consider his form for North Melbourne, it's great. He's on ball a lot of the time, and his CBAs. For North Melbourne, he is I'm pretty sure the second, again excluding ruckman. It goes LDU, then Luke Parker. Yep, just double checking. 61% CBAs, which he actually had 73 against Sydney. So yeah, I really like Luke Parker. 15 should just be a layup. Colby McKercher, he was surprisingly a good price in the 15 posi bracket last week. I said jump on because I don't think that'll last. He's already gone to $1.14. 10 out of 10. Like, I feel like that was absolutely free. Any other time I'd go Colby McKercher, but like I said, don't want to add too many other legs. Bodie Yulin missed by 2 posies last week. I've highlighted Will Power because I know he bounced back. Of course he hits when we don't bet on him again. But I don't know, just watching all the Gold Coast games, I just still feel like the posies are there for Noble and Rioli. I just feel like they're the hungry ones who make space, and the team wants them like kicking out and finding targets from half back, getting handball receives, where it's not really that for Will Powell and Bodie Yulin. As much as I like Bodie Yulin at the moment, he gets his posies from beating his opponent. Yeah, whereas I kind of want someone who'll get posies from kickouts and just demanding the footy. Otherwise, there's a couple in there. Luke McDonald, I haven't highlighted because 8 out of 10, but again, just I don't know how much you guys bet as much as me. There was a point last year where Luke McDonald was 10 out of 22. So out of his 22 games last year, he only hit 10. That is less than like 50%. And so yes, this 8 out of 10 is generous. It's you know, it's his last 10 games. He's been great to start the year, but as just someone who's bet on Luke McDonald before, I don't know. I just don't see it. And Zach Fisher's come back in. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't quite do it to highlight Luke McDonald. I'd rather go Finn O'Sullivan coming in for his 4th game. He had 1 miss, but yeah, I'd rather go sort of upcoming potential. Even though I haven't highlighted him, there's just a couple of other options. Like, I feel like a lot of these 20 posi bracket ones are just much better. Anyway, in the 25, Matt Rao, who, like, not to be harsh, like Matt Rao's had an amazing start to the year, but that 17 posi game, that's like Matt Rao of last year, of 2023 and 2024. I really thought this was going to be the 25 posi bracket for Matt Rao, so I would kind of just rather watch. In order to have, really be confident on someone from 25, it's rough seeing him drop off so much. And I'm saying this after literally watching Josh Dacos just absolutely just look timid and barely getting any handball receives, and just, I don't know, looking completely different. So that was a bit rough. I would much rather go Harry Sheasel, who's 31.5 posies, only 30 to start the year, so but only 30. So yeah, I'd much rather go Sheasel, who had like 10 posies or in 10 minutes last week against Sydney. He was looking fantastic. Sam Flanders is paying great money, green and green. I know it's his 2nd game, but he's playing a bit of half forward. And look, I know he's also playing on ball. Actually, what are his CBAs? Because I don't think they're that high. Yeah, so 37%. So he is behind Anderson, Rao, Miller, and he's just overtaken Bailey Humphries. But I don't think Bailey Humphrey will be getting that many CBAs anymore. But I really like Sam Flanders. But again, I just think there's other safer options here that I'd rather go for this game specifically. But yeah, completely don't blame you at all if you go Sam Flanders. I really like the pick. Goals, no one there's really jumping out. Yeah, maybe Ben King could kick 2, but I just rather not. Same with Larkey. Paul Curtis has looked amazing to start the year. 3-3-2-2, but no value there. And yeah, no one really screaming out in the goal kicker category. So Took Miller has actually kicked one every year so far. Every game this year. Anyway, no one from the goal scorers that I really like, but up to you. Anyway, we're going to fly through because this is Friday night. I want this video out either Friday night or Saturday morning. So again, sorry for not having the videos out in time. I have every 2nd Friday off. So this Friday coming up, and being Easter, I'll have time off. So I'll definitely be able to do it. Yeah, have the video up in time. All right, so this game, the Carlton West Coast game, this one actually fucking sucks to bet on. Holy shit, might have to reassess or do an update, but man, there's barely any value here. Like Jack Graham, he's hit every game for West Coast. He was very quiet last week against GWS for the first half and then came back with a 19. But like, I'm already highlighting someone in the orange, and then Tyrell Dewar. I just wouldn't even go him at the moment. Like, yeah, he's gone, he's just missed by 1 posi this year. Otherwise he's hit in all others. But I don't know, there's just something like that subconscious, subjective thing that I just don't have that much confidence in backing him. Especially against Carlton, who I feel like are surely due for a bounce back. Like Kerno, Mackay, like I feel like they're just going to absolutely have a field day. This will be the confidence boost Carlton need to just get going with their year. So it's hard to back the West Coast players, but someone I do genuinely like, who I've watched, Liam Baker. He is a running beast, getting a lot of it in the center, CBAs and half back. He didn't take any kickouts. Wait, what was his CBA? Yeah, it's not that high, 50%, but there's no Tim Kelly. They've dropped Tim Kelly, and he has the most CBAs for West Coast. So Clay Hall came in and played got 76%. What's Clay Hall? Well, it's like, again, like I just look, Clay Hall probably will hit, but I just don't like the pick. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, I'd rather go Liam Baker, and I like Ryan Marrick, but $1.16. Geez, this is rough. So yeah, I've gone 2 25s again. So this is only, we need one. If one leg fails, we get a bonus bet. I really like Baker. I really like Chera to bounce back, especially against West Coast. Like their mid is, yeah, just deplorable at the moment. So Chera, Hewitt, Walsh, Cripps, you could almost take your pick. And my pick being Chera, because he missed the week before, and he's $1.36. And then Ryan Marrick, he missed 25 last week. I was bullish on him for 25. He looked good, had a quiet last quarter, but otherwise he was on track for like the whole game. 26, 28, 22. There's still no McGovern, right? So he's going to get a lot of kickouts. Actually, what was his kickouts last week? Kickouts. AFL. So if I go to West Coast, Ryan Marrick had 8. Played on from 8. Ali Reid took 2, which was like a first. Liam Duggan took some. But yeah, Ryan Marrick is going to have anywhere between 7. I'll be conservative. Anywhere between 5. I don't think it's going to be 5. I think it's going to be more. 5 and 10 posies from kickouts alone. The ball's going to be in West Coast backline that often. He's going to be there for a switch. He's going to be there for like a handball receive. Like I know he's not usually, like you think of the handball receive as a small little forward or back flanker, but yeah, Ryan Marrick, they really want the ball in his hand to just kick it up the ground. So I'm very bullish on Ryan Marrick, and if that's the one leg I have to worry about out of the 3, I'm taking that, because yeah, there's nothing else here that I like. So good luck finding value in this game, because yeah, there's not much there. So I've kept this to 3. Like I've got goal scorers, Jamie Cripps. Like yeah, he's looked fine again, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel it too, where it's just very hard backing goal scorers for a team that you feel like is going to get pumped by like 10 goals minimum. But yeah, anyway, so that's the Carlton West Coast game. Not much to go through with that one, unfortunately. The next one, which is Bulldogs versus Brisbane. So I haven't placed this bet yet, depending on how the others go, and when I get like the bonus bet tokens or the whatever the heck works out. But this is what I do at this point in time. So Bailey Williams for 15. He just hit last week against Freo. I feel like that was kind of an off game for him. I feel like he can easily get 20. Actually, yeah, averaged 21 in his last 3. Averages 18.5. I really like Bailey Williams, the backline there for the Doggies. Riley Sanders, we've lost the $1.30 plus value. He's finally gone down below $1.20. So yeah, I like Sanders, but there's a point where his price, like you just got to look elsewhere for value. Lockie Bramall though, not green and green. We rarely get the green and greens. 9 out of 10. He had that one absolute stinker outlier game against, I can't remember who that was. It was a couple of rounds ago. Was it, yeah, Collingwood? I think it was a Collingwood game. But anyway, so I usually like Lockie Bramall. I think he'll get a lot of it in the back line, take some kickouts. He actually took, he'll usually get around 5. So there's 5 posies there from Lockie Bramall. Zach Bailey, who just missed last week against Richmond, he was on track, 8 at halftime. And then when Brisbane took their foot off, you know, it's just subsequently, it happened with Brisbane's half forwards as well. So Bailey didn't get too much of it. There's a couple others in here I like as well, like Tim English, Jasper Fletcher, Davidson. Like there's a couple I like, but there's some that I just, that next level that I'd rather go. Bailey Williams, Bramall, Bailey. And then it's just a matter of just going that next step and then picking 1 or 2 or something from that bracket. So yeah, I've gone Lockie Bramall and Bailey Williams from that bracket. I really like. Let's move on to the 20. There's another stretch of Blues, which, yeah, again, rarely, like if we compare it to that last 2 games ago, man, that is a big fucking chunk. Again, Zach Fisher is a maybe, but anyway, back to this game. Big chunk here. I really like Josh Dunkley, Ashcroft, Dale, Richards. So Richards being my favourite there. Yeah, he was great last week against Freo. I swapped him as a late out from Shai Bolton. Again, you would have seen in the post, I said I'm swapping Shai Bolton out. I like Ed Richards. There's still no Bont, still no Treloar, getting a bunch of it. So I've included him. Will Ashcroft, like, it was... again, I really like Darcy Wilmot. I like Kennedy, but the safety, I think, of Ashcroft, 10 out of 10, Norm Smith medalist, averaging like 25 plus. Like, I love it when they're like, he's averaging what you want for the next bracket. So Will Ashcroft, I'm chucking in. I'm very confident he will get 20. Yeah, I think that'll be a great game for him. So going to the 25, I didn't include Libba. So I've included Dane Zorko because he missed in that Richmond game. Again, a half-backer who you want to get 25 posies in a game that's probably going to be a blowout is a very hard thing to do. He came very close. But yeah, so he had a miss against Richmond. Even still, he's getting very close to 25. 8 out of 10, $1.46. Zorko, I don't think I could be any more confident someone is hitting after a miss than Dane Zorko. He wants the footy so bad. I just think he will call for it, take a bunch of kickouts. Yeah, I'm out of like all those picks there. I'm probably I was going to say, I really like Will Ashcroft, but Dane Zorko would just, yeah, be a very close second. I've highlighted Josh Dunkley. He's had a great start to the year as well, only just missing with a 23. But again, it's just hard when you have, Ashcroft, Dunkley, McCluggage, Neal, whereas Zorko just has that different role. I feel like he's kind of away from the midfield pack. I'd rather bet on him, and especially after that miss. Liberatore, though, has stepped the fuck up this year, averaging 31 in his last 3. He's got over 30 in all his last 3 games. Looking fantastic. While there's no Bont or Treloar, kind of similar in Ed Richards' boat. But yeah, Liberatore is just a contested ball machine. So he, yeah, has every right to get 25 for this one. But yeah, I'm surprised I didn't include him. Sometimes the 5 out of 10 does put you off, but yeah, it's great to see their recent form. I've got it here, the green boxes, and how much his latest games have improved. So this is their 10-game average, and this is their 3-game average. He has shot right up, averaging 5.5 more posies than what he was in the back end of last year. Goal scorers, Logan Morris, Zach Bailey. Again, kind of much of a muchness. Zach Bailey, 9 out of 10. Yeah, I really think he's a great chance to kick a goal. Could very easily include him too, but if I'm picking between a goal scorer and the posi bracket, I much rather the posi bracket. It gives them time. They slowly build and then hit their target instead of a goal scorer where you're waiting for that one opportunity for them to strike. So I would, yeah, rather just watch someone accumulate their posies over the 4 quarters instead of just wait for a scoring shot. But that being said, I still would really like Zach Bailey. There's just other options here. If I didn't have the options here in the... there were a couple others in the 20. If I didn't have, you could also bet on Zach Bailey for 15 as well. 15 and a goal. I haven't done either. But, sorry, the point is I would much rather the posi bracket first before goal scorer. Anyway, so that's the Brisbane game. Let's move on. What's the next one? Essendon and Doggies. Is this one at Adelaide? No, sorry. Essendon and Melbourne. Yes, this is at Adelaide Oval. So let's scroll down. Oh, fuck. When you see this in the 15 posi bracket and there's not much, oh, it's going to be rough. Okay, so have a look at this. How all these players are in orange. Like Ben Hobbs, yeah, 3 out of 10. I think he's definitely going to step up. There's no Caldwell. Look, he's every right to, but $1.18, meh. Perkins, Thursma, miss, and then a $29. Like, oh, I don't even want to waste my time just because you build up so many of these like orange ones that like do fuck all for your multi, and then you're just adding more layers of just a chance of failure. If you have to have like a 6-7 game multi and it's only paying $3 to $4, like I would much rather 4 players, 3 players, and just really filter through who's playing well instead of just, oh yeah, they'll be fine, they'll be fine, they'll be fine. No, I'd rather. So look, already, let's go straight down to the 20 posi bracket because there's not much there for the 15. Nick Martin, 10 out of 10. His posies have dropped right off, but he's playing like majority in the forward line, like 55%. He's in the mid, 45%. But again, it's just a huge different role than what he was doing last year. So some of these, the reason why he's 10 out of 10 and averaging 25, a lot of those games towards the back end of the year where he's playing in the half back line, getting a bunch of the footy. But now you got to remember, Ridley's back, Redmond's there, Dylan Shield was doing some of the half back stuff as well. Like they don't need Nick Martin in the half back line. And McGrath, Essendon, do not need Nick Martin there. So he's playing, coming off the half forward line. But for 20 is fine. It's a long-winded way of saying Nick Martin for 20, I don't mind. He was usually in the 25 bracket, but yeah, for 20, yeah, I like that. Christian Petrarca, again, similar role, playing in the forward line, similar like Nick Martin coming up. We'll come to stoppages, still have CBAs, Christian Petrarca, but yeah, not nearly as much as what he was used to. So Christian Petrarca's CBAs this year, where are they? Oh, okay, 57%. It's still reasonable, actually. It goes Oliver, Viney, Pickett. Oh, Pickett's only played that one game. Langford got more CBA minutes than Petrarca in his last 2 games. But anyway, so I like Petrarca. Ridley, I've gone Durham, actually. Yes, I've gone Durham, but I could easily switch it out for Ridley or Petrarca, Martin. But Durham, a similar role. There's a lot of these players coming off the half-forward line. Durham does the same. He also has CBAs too, but the point is they'll be playing around stoppages. He's a bull. He gets a lot of the footy. He actually has second most. It goes Caldwell, who's not playing, Brian, well, the ruckman. Sam Durham is actually then the next best. He's averaging more than Martin. More than Merritt. Durham's got 65%. Merritt's got 60. And there's no Sardis too. Yeah, I really like Sam Durham for this game. I think he's going to get a lot of it in the mid. Dylan Shield, I don't necessarily care where he plays. If that halfback experiment has finished, he played halfback in his first 2 games, not one CBA. He was up to like 70% in the game just gone by. So if he's playing in the mid, if he's playing halfback, he's shown that he can get a lot of the footy. He's got 2 misses in there, and they're both 19 posies. So Dylan Shield, look, might not be the most damaging, might butcher a little. We don't really care when we're betting on him for posies. I like him for 20. Bowie though. So Bowie, I have been a big fan of Jake Bowie last year for 15 posies, taking a lot of the kickouts. Yes, he also shares them with Stephen May, but like there's a point where like it's not just the kickouts as well. I think that, yeah, that 19 was his first, miss. This was back when Jake Bowie was in the 15 posi bracket, but 22, 26, 20, even in the back half of the year, he started to get in the 20 posi bracket and then just missing by 1. So his last month and a half, just missing by 1 posi. I think that's fantastic. So he has definitely stepped up, almost 4 whole posies more than back end of last year. So the 5 out of 10, you know, is what it is, but those 5 are all recent. So I really like the improvement from Bowie. So yeah, for $1.67, get in. It was either that or Christian Salem, but I just, you know, something's bringing me to Bowie a bit more. So if I go just even to help this, Bowie has taken only 1 more kick in more than Christian Salem. Stephen May takes the lion's share. He took 10 and then he took 7, whereas Bowie might only take 3, 4, 5. So anyway, Jake Bowie gets a lot of it. And that small defender, someone who they want the ball in, he's not going for the spoils or the marks or anything. He can stay at ground level, crumb it, and then just get a little shitty hand pass out or whatever the heck, as long as he gets 20. But otherwise, yeah, I really like Jake Bowie. And last bracket, the 25, Clayton Oliver looked great last week. There was a bit of a concern where he started, I think it was definitely the first quarter, also the second. I don't know if it happened after that, but he started the game on the bench. I was like, what the fuck? The only reason I can think Melbourne would do that is to maybe throw a spanner in the works for Geelong and fuck up their tagger, because they had Mark O'Connor and they had Tom Atkins. So I'm like, all right, maybe they're like, let's put Clayton Oliver on the bench and let's see what they do. Whatever the heck the mind games are, Clayton Oliver can still get a bunch of it. He is looking fantastic this year. Hopefully the Clayton Oliver of old from like 2023 had a big fall off last year, but look at that, averaging 8 more posies than what, like, that is just great signs. So this 6 out of 10 won't stay like that for long. I reckon, yeah, he will definitely be 25 for the majority of the year. So I am keen to grab him for $1.26 while he still lasts at that price. Zach Merritt has been a monster in his first month. Absolute monster, like 32 posies. He's stepped up. He's looking great. He's not having as many CBAs as he would typically have, but yeah, the captain of Essendon has been looking fantastic. So Zach Merritt hasn't missed this year, and yeah, I don't blame you for jumping on him, but I just think, yeah, I like Oliver a bit more. He's had massive improvement from last year. Yeah, so either or for that one. No one else I really like. Maybe Yeah, no one else. Goal kickers again. Yeah, Sam Draper's kicked one every goal, every game this year. Whether he snaps it again, it doesn't matter. Whatever works for the big fella. So if he wants to snap it 10 meters out directly in front, go for it. As long as you kick it. 9 out of 10. He's playing a lot more in the forward line with Brian playing. So yeah, I think he definitely has a great chance to kick a goal when he sits there most of the game. Petrarca too, we spoke about before, coming off the half forward line, but he does have a lot of CBAs, but he's a midfielder who's notoriously kick goals anyway. Someone like Chad Warner kicks a bunch. I really like those players who can just run and create space, and they can mark the footy. Van Ruin, he's kind of like the Shannon Neal. He might only get a couple of touches, a scoring shot, but he'll be accurate and make the use of his chances. But neither I'm including in that bet. I like the 20 posi bracket for this one. There's been a couple of games with the 20 posi bracket. There's just, a lot of value there. I mean, there could be value here. The thing is, just before I move on to the next game, a lot of these odds might blow out, and they sometimes do. Sorry, and when I say blow out, I mean like just go up like 10 cents, which might not seem like a lot, but that can put them into like, it really helps if you add like another one here, another one there for your same game multi. Instead of going like $1.18, $1.16, $1.12, I don't know, that might get you $1.50. Once, Christian Salem is like $1.26, or then Dersmar is $1.26, you only need 2 of them and you've already overtaken what you could have had. So sometimes these players might creep up by 5-10 cents before the game, and yeah, it definitely helps. It means you can have one leg shorter. So it's a lot of players here that I don't think are worth it for their current price, but that could change later towards game day. Next game is this the Sunday session? It is Richmond Freo. So I've actually bet on this one because the same game multi thing is 1 per day, so I can already do this one. So first up, Thompson Dow has been fantastic. He's start to the year averaging 18.7. He gets a lot of it in close games, or if Richmond gets spanked, which is just fantastic. He hasn't dropped off at all, always comes close, or he's teetering in the 20 posi bracket. He's getting close, but yeah, for the meantime, make use of him while he's $1.22 for 15. Couple other players, I mean, Nick Vlaston maybe. He's definite fall off from posies last year. He's actually not too bad of a price. He's 2 misses of 14 and 13. I actually kind of like Nick Vlaston for that price. He's inflated a little bit because of his poor start. Poor by his standards. He usually averages over 15 pretty comfortably. Dropped off a little bit. Shai Bolton I also like, because you got to remember the 5 out of 10 is, a lot of that was when he didn't give a shit in his back half for Richmond. You can see he just didn't hit for a month. He's gone 15, 21 and 14, so missing by 1 posi. I really like that for Free. I reckon he can have a good game against his old side. Fuck it, I'm going to highlight Shai Bolton as well. A couple others are too short. Toby Nankervis, the big ruckman, his 2 misses have been 13 and 13. He's going up against Sean Darcy, who's injury prone, first game back in ages. There's no Luke Jackson. Who's Freo's other ruckman? I can't remember. Is Liam Reedy? Oh, he's an emergency. So it's just Sean Darcy. Far out. Sean Darcy could easily not last the whole game. Anyway, doesn't matter who he's versing. Toby Nankervis, I think, is still every chance to get 15, no matter who he's playing. Luke Trainer's been looking good, actually. In the back there, he's had just 1 miss, but yeah, otherwise, great signs for Richmond. No one else in the 15 posi brackets. No one else I've included. I did include Dow and Nankervis. Nankervis is great value. $1.55 for 8 out of 10. Someone who I think on a shit game is going to come very close anyway. Straight into the 20 posi. I think I've bet on like Hopper and Short every game this year. They're continuing to be a great fair price. 9 out of 10. Hopper's miss has been 18. Short's miss has been 19. They are getting very close. I was this close again to bet on Jordan Clark, but just the fact of a half-backer versus Richmond. We saw it with Dane Zorko the week before. We actually saw it with Jordan Clark against West Coast. He got 18. So I feel like I just want... I'm going to bet on Jordan Clark every other day, except where he's versing a bottom team. He could still hit, whatever, but I would just feel more secure if I know the ball's going to be in Freo's backline a bit more. And so that's why I have gone Brayshaw for 25. I really like Brayshaw. I think he is just going to feast upon the, weak Richmond midfield. Camden McIntosh will maybe do a little soft tag on either him or Sarong, but I don't think Camden McIntosh's tags are anything to be worried about. So I still think they are every chance to get a bunch of the footy, and just, again, this could be just a big start for Freo. Freo have had a quiet start to the year. They're 11th on the ladder, but Freo were expected to go pretty well this year, top 6 almost. So slow out the gates, but yeah, sometimes these wins can really just boost you and get your season going. So I like Brayshaw, and for that reason, that's everyone I've included. There's no one in the goal scorer. I highlighted Seth Campbell. What the fuck? He's 4-4 to start the year. I never would. Anyway, that's crazy. So hard to bet on a Richmond player. Patrick Voss missed last week. It's someone I'd actually bet on, especially in the Richmond game. I actually like Patrick Voss. No one else too short. No one else I really like there from the goal scorer. Anyway, moving on. So let's go to the St Kilda GWS game. I haven't bet on this one, depending on what happens before that, but this is what it will be at the moment. So I have in the 15 posi bracket, Connor Iden, who has hit I'm pretty sure, again, from the top of my head, he's 20 and 21. He had that one miss 2 weeks ago. Just missed, but yeah, Connor Iden, I really like. I was even in the back end of last year betting on him for the 20 posi bracket. So again, I really like him for 15. Toby Green, big start to the year, but how long that will last, because I know he averages just over 10, just under 15, but yeah, he's having a very hot start. Mason Wood, very consistent, 9 out of 10, and he just missed against Port. I'm jumping back on him. Speaking of just missing against Port, Rowan Marshall didn't just miss. He was on track at halftime and then just went missing. But the point is, I reckon he can bounce back against Kieran Briggs, GWS, or whoever he's playing. I like Rowan Marshall, but I didn't want to go 2 people who've just missed. I'd just rather go Wood. I'm very confident in him. Playing on the wing, he can still kick goals, and yeah, he creates a lot of space. Marking target down the line, yeah, good short lead. I really like Mason Wood. Ryan Burns has been fantastic as well. 8 out of 10. I could have easily included him, but I'm happy with Connor Iden and Mason Wood in the 15 posi bracket. Same with Wilkie. I could have gone him too. $1.40, 8 out of 10, but yeah, I just like Mason Wood and Connor Iden a bit more, especially Mason Wood coming off the miss, and yeah, Connor Iden missing once in a blue moon. 20 posi bracket, Finn Callahan. He just hit 25 last week. Just be careful with, it's probably going to be, what's his name? Toby Bedford. Yeah, he is playing, right? Oh, I should just double check that. Oh no, I see him there, Toby Bedford. I was going to say, just be careful with Jack McRae. I'm just jumping ahead straight away, but just you got to remember some of the taggers. Jack McRae, who I was very bullish on for 30, he just missed, not super hard, I don't think he really got tagged, unless Willem Drew sat on him for a bit in the Port game. Anyway, just be wary there. But for GWS, on the other side as well, you got to watch out for Windhager. So Marcus Windhager could go to Finn Callahan, Josh Kelly. Look, I don't think he's not going to Lockie Whitfield. They'll have probably some attention for Whitfield, but I think he'll be fine in half back. I just think it'll probably go to Finn Callahan or Josh Kelly. Or Tom Green. That's why I didn't highlight him. Or he'll go to Tom Green. Tom Green gets a bunch of it, so just again, someone to be wary of. Otherwise, if we go to Harry Himmelberg, $1.46, 9 out of 10, green and green. Fuck yes, let's go. And someone who is green and green also, Jack Sinclair, $1.68, 9 out of 10, averaging 30 in his last 3 games. His one miss was 22. He's been great to start the year. Jack Sinclair, that game where he got 40 posies, he was on was he on 25 at half? I don't know. He got so much of it. I like Wanganeen Millerer, but yeah, Jack Sinclair for that price, I'd much rather that. Let's go. Jack McRae, I said about the tag, be careful. Whitfield is a bit too short for what I'd like, but I still think he'll get a bunch of it. Hogan, we had a great bet on him last week. We had him for 4 goals. He hit. It was just really unfortunate, and I've said at the start of the video about Brett Daniels, who's actually now not named. It's so fun because he's out injured then, but it said he was rested as a tax sub in the game, so I don't get my money back because he's tax sub, but now he's injured, so whatever the fuck. Jake Stringer is hasn't kicked a goal in his 2 games for GWS yet. Surely he's not going to miss 3 in a row. And he's had scoring shots in all of them. He kicked like 3 behinds in the one for Hawthorn down in Tassie. He missed one right in front. I think he kicked 2 behinds. Well, I know he missed one right in front the West Coast game. Yeah, could have easily had his opportunities there. So yeah, Jake Stringer, I feel like, is kicking a goal no matter what. But like I said, I'd rather go the posi bracket, and especially when we have a green and green, Connor Iden who's super consistent, and Mason Wood who's just coming off a miss. Like, there's just other options I have to go first. Lockie Asher's looking great, same as Josh Kelly, huge start to the year. Ron Marshall, I believe, can bounce back. But yeah, anyway, so that's this game. No other goal scorers I really like. Mason Wood's actually playing all right. Mason Wood with a similar role to Oliver Dempsey. I like Oliver Dempsey for a goal. Same with Mason Wood, but yeah, I wouldn't do it. I'd rather go posies. Last game of the round, we have Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn. So, can you believe Miles Bergman was like $1.60 when we had him at the start of the year, and now he's $1.11? Look at his posies. He's gone, like, he's jumped the fuck up. He's averaging like 24 in his last 3 games. Jumped up 6 posies. He has been huge. Anyway, not highlighting him. I'd rather, so James Sicily, slightly just underperforming for his standards, averaging under 20 in his last 3. So he's just available here in the 15 posi bracket. He could go to $1.15 or something. Game day, 10 out of 10. I feel like he is just fine to just, increase the odds a little bit there, over $3. Kane Farrell, 4-4 to start the year. No Dan Houston. I think that is great value there. $1.20 for Kane Farrell. Like, yeah, didn't really have to think about much for him. His 2 misses have been 11 and 13, but remember that was last year. Looking great. Bit quiet last week in the St Kilda game, but yeah, I still feel like he'll get a bunch of it. Kane Farrell is taking the majority of the kickouts for Port. He's had 21. The next best is Josh Sin. But yeah, Kane Farrell plays on 90% of the time. He'll get 6 kicks alone from kickouts, so he needs another 10 around the ground. I think he'll be fine. Connor Nash I like. Willem Drew I like. 1 miss there. I'm surprised. I have included him in the 15 posi bracket. I was like, 9 out of 10. I like Willem Drew. Willem Drew will usually be around $1.15, so I like it when he bloats out to almost $1.30. I think that's great. Jump on him. Josh Battle missed a week before. His 3 misses have all been 13. 3 13s. That is very unlucky. So yeah, surely he bounces back. I like him, but again, there's just other options that I'd pick from. Joe Richards has been great moving from Collingwood to Port. His 1 miss was by 2 posies. He's definitely jumped up. I bet on Jackson Mead for a bit last year, but I wouldn't do it again. He had that 130 game, which is kind of inflating him a bit. But Alir, like, what? He's almost hit every game. He's 3 or 4, 16, 15, 18. He's having a good little run. I've highlighted him. I haven't bet on him, but someone to consider. Jai Newcomb, yeah, I feel like his one miss was 19 in that first game of the year. The Sydney game, was it? There's no Will Day, so Will Day's not playing until like round 18 or something. So Jai Newcomb, I think, will get 20 no problems, but Warple is back. But yeah, I think, Jai Newcomb just gets a bunch of it. So Hornet had really picked it up last week, looked amazing, like kick 3, 28 posies. Hornet was on, and usually I'm very bullish on Hornet for a goal, but I'm swapping over to posies this week. So 7 out of 10. His misses are 17, 18, 19 posies, very close. He is 9 out of 10 for a goal, but I'm pretty sure that's been 3 weeks in a row we've ridden Hornet. I don't think we did him on the first game. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure it's been 3 in a row, and I just feel like, not superstitious, but I feel like we've definitely, got our money's worth for Hornet for a goal. I want to swap over to posies. And he looked great too. So Butters is back, which I think kind of helps Hornet, surprisingly. Connor Rosie can be a little bit hit and miss. He can go, 20 posies 1 week and then 40 the next. So, I like Hornet. Bit of a tighter range. Carl Amon has been great. His 1 miss has been 14 posies, but yeah, he gets a lot of kickouts too. Not as many. Round 4, 4, 3, 6. It's actually leading Hawthorn in their kickouts. A lot of the players I bet on get I focus on kickouts and CBAs. I focus on if they're around the footy a lot, and I focus on cheap posies, kickouts, switching the play, handball receives. That is just that is free. You got to look for those players who want the footy. And Carl Amon, yeah, he wants the footy, and he runs hard as well. Like someone who always provides an option is fantastic. So Carl Amon, Zach Butters, I've highlighted $1.40. So his first game back, he got 30, and he didn't play as much game time as you'd think. I was looking at it. I am just opening it up now while I am chatting. Who they verse? Who they lose to? St Kilda. I'm just looking at it now. Sorry, one sec. Zach Butters. Okay, 74% game time, which, you know, sounds like a lot, but when you compare it to like the Hornet, Wines, Rosie, they're like all over 80%. So not that much lower, but I feel like Zach Butters, being his first game back, I think he's going to be on the ground just a couple of minutes more, whatever percent that, if it's like 5% more, I don't know how many minutes that is, but I feel like $1.40 is great value for him there, especially when he's easing back into it and getting a 30. That's crazy. Jai Newcomb I like too, but yeah, I like, but his misses have been 21, 19, and 23. Yeah, fuck it. I do like Jai Newcomb. Connor Rosie, I feel like is too much of a yo-yo. I don't like his range. I don't like going from 40 to 20. He can have quarters where he gets like 2 touches. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Connor Rosie. I need to see it for like a longer period of time. No one else there from the 25. Goals, Hornet, who I said I like. I love Hornet for a goal, but I've just ridden him for 2. I bet on him for too many weeks in a row where I just think after kicking 3, you know, he's up against Hawthorn, who are, you know, definitely top 4. I think they're almost like flag favourites at the moment. I don't know if Hornet will have that opportunity, but yeah, we'll see. And plus, Battles down there, Barras, Sicily, Hawthorn are a good side, so I would just rather go on him for posies. Anyway, not many others that I really like. Too short. Yeah, anyway, so those are my bets for round 5. This video will be up late Friday, early Saturday, so you guys will be able to see the rest. But just remember, all the bets, all the games that happen before this video, you will always see them in the YouTube post section, so you might have to turn on the notification bell, whatever. But thank you so much for liking it or commenting. It just makes me see, or makes me know that people see it, which is great, because I don't want to be doing all the bets and the guides and all that shit for the posts and no one sees it. But I know you guys see the video, so that's great to see. So again, thank you so much. Hopefully we have a good week. But yeah, so far it's been a strong start to the year. After we missed round 1 or round 0 and round 1, we were negative. When I say miss, we were negative. We have definitely come back strong, so hopefully we can keep it up. We're 1 for 2 to start the round, so yeah, hopefully we'll keep it going. But until then, I'll catch you guys next week. All right, peace.